just because I don't want to keep you guys waiting. Welcome, all of you. PSO time with Scope, who I've leveled considerably. Let's see, chat. Guild card. Card list. See, this is very similar to Monster Hunter. Has its own guild card. It's an MMO. Not really, Monster Hunter is not really an MMO, but it has MMO elements. You can have up to 4 people in a party. You go hunt monsters, bosses, and stuff like that. Oh, we got Maeve on. Huh. Okay. Block 1. It's not doing anything. I downloaded it and it's not showing anything. What do you mean you downloaded and it's not showing anything? There is issues with getting this game working. If you don't want to have to jump, if you don't want to worry about getting it going because of issues with maybe like your firewall or whatever, you may want to like whitelist it so it'll your whatever program you use allows it, because there is a file that you need called the it's like a .dll file or whatever it's needed. If you're having issues, maybe you can eventually like stay. If you join chat every now and then, maybe when my friend Zero comes in, he can help out with that. If you join tomorrow and want to talk about it with me and him tomorrow, because we're going to be playing this tomorrow as well as Monster Hunter, you can ask him then. But there is issues with antiviruses trying to say that this game is a virus. Yeah, it's not. There is no Trojan. There is no virus. It's been this way since the very first private server. Don't worry, it's not. I mean, look how alive this game is. I mean, this game is still alive. It's not. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't know why people, or why that happens. If you can get around that, the game will work for you. As long as it's installed, you can try loading up the client, and then there should be an option to where it says like patch or download patch or update or something on the main title screen. That might help you, because every time when you try to load up the actual client, it tries to update it and install anything that is missing. Where is this guy? Party ammo. Okay. Ah, there he is. Ah, he's by himself. That's fine. We'll do some episode 1 TTF. Hello. Oh. What do we got? We got new friends? Hello. How do you do? Hey look, Kakashi with a Pikachu. That is actually a very good Kakashi. Jesus. Good on you on your Naruto love. Nope. Anyone? No? Oh. TTF. Difficulty very hard. Registration. Yes. Be right back. Alright. Yeah, no, it's not. There's nothing wrong with the game. It's just your computer's program might find it as a virus, but it's really not. You just gotta whitelist it to where it allows it. And then if you have issues with the title screen saying error at the bottom left, then you gotta either update the game or like hit the patch download so it downloads the DLL file, which is necessary for the game to work. It'll run fine once you get that going. Like Omni is having trouble with it for some reason. Also, in the menu screen, you can't use controller because for some reason it doesn't work. So you're going to have to use keyboard to get into the actual game. Once you're in game, then you can use a controller. Also, don't worry about not knowing anything on these games. PSO is a great game, regardless, and it's good for anyone to just jump right into. This game ran alongside Final Fantasy back then on Sega Genesis, while Final Fantasy ran on Nintendo. I mean, look at all these rares that I have. I mean, freaking so much good shit. Oh, magic. Magic! Kit of a Genesis. I can literally make a freaking Genesis mag. Mag that looks like Sega Genesis. So many cool things. Sega does a lot of nice callbacks. Also, I have a Varista? Didn't even notice. Shit. I have an extra Varista. Also, you have a shared bank, which is nice for transferring to other characters. I mean, look at all these other doubles I have. Oh, I can't wait to use those. I'm stealing these. Hope they don't. Hope myself doesn't mind. Let's see. I still need to get me that secure. Whatever. Let's level up my justices. Oh, you're at max. Sweet. Wow, that doesn't level that much. Let's level up my Guilty Light. No, my Varista. There we go. And that's how you strengthen your weapons. You find grinders in the field, and it will level it up. Every point equals 2 damage per that stat. So my Varista does an additional 2 times 15. Yeah, I'm not good at math, so I'm not even gonna try. Anyway. In PSU and beyond, they have a mechanic where adding grinders to your weapons can either fail, make the weapon go down in level, not work at all, or break. I'm not sure if the weapon officially breaks or not, but it can fuck your grinding up. And Tony, also don't worry about not knowing anything about this game. It's a fun game, and if you want to try to get into it, it's a very fun game for new players. It's very easy to get into. I won't power level you, but I'm saying I can help level you by going to other areas. Sadly, you have to go to bed. It's all good. That's why I wanted to get onto some PSO, because sadly I have to get to bed soon because I didn't get much sleep. And after this, I'm going to get off. So it's all good. If you guys gotta go, you guys gotta go. Thank you for joining, Diancy. Love Disney. Thank you for bringing in a fellow friend. Welcome to the family. Thank you for the follow. I'll see you around. I stream every day. Days that I work, I come home around 6 o'clock. So 6 p.m. Eastern Time. I live in Pennsylvania, and I stream every day from then to about 10 o'clock, 11, 12, sometimes midnight. And then days that I have off, I will stream from whenever I rest up and I'm fully awake. And I stream from then on till about midnight. And then I stream co-op with my friend Zero. So pretty much around the same time. So pretty much around 5, 6 p.m. Eastern Time every day. I update my Twitch profile, so if you want to check out my Twitch profile, it has a schedule. I'm going to be using that more and more slowly as I get better with using it. I'm going to create events. That way you guys can know when I'm streaming. So I'm going to create I'm going to create a few events for tomorrow for PSO Blue Burst, Monster Hunter, and Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. So stay tuned. Check my Twitch profile, which is what you're currently watching this on. You'll scroll down, you'll see a schedule, which is not updated yet, but it will be. You also will see my donation link if you feel free to donate. You'll also see my YouTube channel and my Twitter. Feel free to subscribe and follow me on those if you so desire it. That any support is appreciated. Here we're going to be doing a boss rush for anyone who is still here. And I may get some of my other PSO followers who may join in. So Like, it's staggering how much I've grown off PSO alone. That's so good. Your mag is basically... You have returned! Where did you go? Where did you go, Tony? Also, thank you for coming back and staying, man. It means a lot. You're one of my bigger followers, and it means a lot to have you here. Your mag basically... Without it, you're basically weak. So if I look at my stats, everything in the parenthesis is my base. Everything outside of the parenthesis on the left is basically with my mag equipped. So your mag is basically your power with whatever you feed it. You know, if you feed it things to level up its defense, things to level up its attack damage, power, and then there's dex, which is accuracy, and then there's mind, which is your magic. That will grow into your permanent stats, and with your mag equipped, you are basically a beast. Without it, you're useless as fuck. Had to take care of something, and no problem, that's what... Yeah, thank you. Exactly, that's what friends are for. So basically, Tony, what I'm doing right now is I'm doing a boss rush, kind of. I mean, it is a boss rush, but also there's like a couple areas I have to go through, so it's not just like one room, boss. But basically what I'm doing is a boss rush. Just to get some rares, level up maybe, and I'm trying to be able to get, because I'm on the second to last difficulty. I'm on very hard. It goes the highest difficulty is ultimate, which I need to be 80 and above for. So right now I just want to get used to doing very hard, and I'm slowly getting there. I know this game is old and it definitely looks outdated and it's probably not as fun to watch. But man, is it fun to have a party. It's also a game that I'm better at. Ow! Says the guy who just got whomped. But yeah, if you guys are busy, I'm not going to take your time from that. But yeah, what level are you now? I am currently 54 right now. Yesterday I was 40. Like, I started my stream yesterday and was level 40, and I got to 54. I mean, I did stay up to about 3 a.m. playing with people, but still. When I first started playing PSO again after the long hiatus, my character was only level 30. So getting her from 30 to 54, holy shit, that's an accomplishment. Especially with how weak her defense was when I first restarted. Oh my god. Everything was one-shotting me. Or nearly. Bosses were one-shotting me. Think you're cute? Y'all think y'all cute? Go fuck off. Oh, these weapons. These weapons aren't great when it comes to its... Oh. Can we... Let me move! Fine. I'll just sit here and tank and shoot you all. Go ahead, just keep hitting me. Eventually I'll kill some of you. Slowly. In fact, this might be easier. I'm just wasting potions. Oof! Good, I can move now. Ugh! Get me out of that hellhole. Each enemy type, basically, not every enemy type, but a good chunk of them have tiers. Like the Boomas, Go Booma, Giga Booma, they have a tier. Not every enemy has tiers that go up. It has 3 different tiers. Some have 2, some have none. Then there's rare monsters that you can run into, which is the same monster but a different coloration. And that's a rare weapon. There you go. Just found a rare weapon on stream for you guys. That's what rare weapons look like. And there we go. We got a DB Saber. Sweet. It's a weapon I don't have on this character. The fact that they gang up on you is hilarious. Oh, this game is hilarious. Yeah. You're going to notice a lot of outdated animation and bosses. Bosses in PSO, Blue Burst, or this game specifically on PSO in general, their AI kind of runs in a pattern. Unlike, you know, stuff like Monster Hunter or PSO2 specifically, or Monster Hunter or anything like that, where they have a set AI, but they basically can just do whatever of their AI. This game has a set AI where it's, okay, this monster will do this set of attacks a couple of times, he'll do this set of attacks a couple of times, and then he'll just go back to his other attacks, and then he'll repeat that. Like the dragon, he'll walk around a little bit. He may, depending on if I hit him enough, he'll drop to the ground. If I don't, he'll fly into the air and just shoot fireballs. And then he'll walk around again, spam more fire, and then drop to the ground, and then fly, dig underground, burrow, and he'll repeat all of those. The only time he burrows underground is Turds Phase 2 anyway, but basically he'll repeat those as they go. Like these guys, they'll walk at me and just swipe. That's all they do. These enemies anyway. The AI on this game is definitely outdated, but also you're kind of limited on movement, so this game is a little bit clunky, but I love it. It's my childhood, man. I played this game since Dreamcast. I just wanted to get back on it because I said I would to a few people, and hey, 55. Monster Hunter's making a return, though, Tony. Don't worry. I'm going to be playing that on and off every other day. So it's going to be a mixture of PSO, Blue Burst, with Monster Hunter, Pokemon Diamond, and Dark Souls 3. Which, Pokemon Diamond I really got to start getting back into. I only did one stream. I only did 2 streams of it. Or, no, 1 stream. I only did 1 stream of that, not 2. That was Dark Souls. Dark Souls 3 I did 2 streams of. Bloodborne I gotta finish, but stuff like that, I'm already in the midst of a couple streams. So, yeah. Tomorrow is gonna be co-op day with Zero, because it's his first day back in over, I think, a week, because he's been sick. So, Zero is gonna be returning. Me and him are gonna be some monster hunting. I'm not sure. Zero did ask me to help him finish up the game, so there's a possibility that me and Zero might be finishing up his story for Monster Hunter tomorrow. Maybe. I don't know if that's what he wants right now. But there's a possibility that me and him might be fighting the last remaining Elder Dragons before the Xeno'jiiva fight. So we may be finishing up his story tomorrow. Someone found a smoking plate. Hope they enjoy that. Okay, these guys, they can jump. Basically, it depends. If they're far from you, they will either jump at you or spam fireballs. If they're close to you, all they'll do is punch. So, I mean, this game's animations are very easy to get used to. The AI does not have a lot. It's not like Monster Hunter, where this enemy, if you're underneath him, he'll try to stomp you, or he'll try to swing his tail at you if you're behind him. Oh my god! Finishing the game with him. Yes! Oh, I can't wait. I cannot wait. And damn, I did not expect to die. What in the fucking hell? So yeah, if you want to be there for that. Also, anyone, go check out Zero Slayer. Go follow my friend. Give him some love, please. Like, for a guy who was only co-oping really with me, he has 30 followers on Twitch right now, which is amazing for a person who really just co-ops. He barely has time to stream solo, which is why he's not growing. But everyone who is here now, please send Zero some love. Go check out his channel. It's not much right now because he's only really streamed with me, and some by himself. But he's slowly starting to get it, come into his own, and he's going to be slowly streaming. You may want to send him some love. Maybe give him some ideas to play games solo. I was trying to get him to try to do some Phantasy Star solo because, you know, it's our main title, and a lot of people love this game, and I know for a fact he can easily get a lot of love from it. But maybe you guys you can help him out. Send him like a whisper or whatever. Maybe if you're on Discord, tell him that I sent you or whatever. Just give him an idea on what to play. Other than that, just give him some love. He's my best friend. I want us to grow together. I want us to be able to do this. This is something that I've been wanting to do for a while, specifically with YouTube. But YouTube fell apart for me. So now I'm doing it live for all of you buds, because that's much better. I prefer to see your all reactions. I want to see those bit drops coming when I fight a freaking boss that took me Nergigante's levels of infuriating. And just drop him on his ass and then get all this love. I want that. We need our PSO. We need our Monster Hunter emotes. We need our Pokemon emotes. Once we guys get to these sub-tiers and whatever you start getting all those stuff from, we'll be putting in some Nergigante emotes, and you guys can spam that whenever I fucking fuck that guy up or whatever. It's all for you guys. And if any of you guys are artists too, then you can. I would love to see some some cartoon anime style drawings of me that I can use as like a picture profile. That's always something I've wanted. I can't draw, and even though I love drawing, I'm not very good at it. So yeah, this is the first boss, the dragon. By the way, PSO Blue Burst, or the people who made this private server actually added health bars. Health bars in PSO is never a thing. It's kind of like Monster Hunter, where it never had a health bar. Yeah, I think it just kind of made it better, but also kind of annoying, where it's just like, okay, this boss is about to die, and then you get cocky. That's why Capcom stated that they'd never give Monster Hunter health bars. They don't want you to get that feeling of, oh god, it's Dark Souls. This boss is about to die. And then you get cocky. Because that kind of already happens when you notice a boss is near death. You tend to get cockier. That's how I almost died to Nergigante that one time I beat him. When I first beat him solo. Phase 2, baby. In phase 2 now, all he can do now is walk around, breathe fire, and burrow underground. That's all he's got now. Phase 1, he can walk around, breathe fire, and fly and breathe fire, and then land on me. Sadly, now that he's in phase 2, he's going to die the minute he once he emerges from underground, he's going to die. But that's all he has. Is AI. The AIs in this game aren't very complex. But he's dead now. Done. Woo! And like Monster Hunter, you can walk around while the boss is dying. Blah, blah, blah. Unlike Monster Hunter, I can actually see. It's going to be, in my honest opinion, these fights aren't going to be as awesome of a victory. I'll give you that, because I've played this game as much, and Monster Hunter has a lot more thrilling fights. But this game, to me, is still one of the best. I love it. Shit, I'm full. Ugh. I'm gonna have to come back. why I laid that telepipe. We got a DB saber though. That's really nice. From a box of all things. It's not a weapon I had yet. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. But yeah, for Tony, for Monster Hunter, I will find out if we're beating it or if I'm just helping him get some stuff. Because I know because I'm going to continue getting the, event stuff, like the sword, and I'm going to upgrade it and, continue finishing off the hammer and all that. But I'll find out if me and him are planning on beating it. This game reminds me of Star Trek in a way. It kind of does, doesn't it? It is sci-fi-ish, because you're on a planet. Okay, the basic premise of this game is basically the basic premise of Monster Hunter World. Let's just say that, because the main guy, for story-wise, he's having you look for an inhabitable planet to go and find life. These monsters, they were taken over by the final boss of the game, and they're bad, and they're just basically out to kill, and we're trying to find a suitable place for these people to live, which is basically Earth, but it's called Planet Regal. Kind of like the New World in Monster Hunter. A lot of people find similarities in Monster Hunter World. There's a lot. This game has a lot of ways that you can choose how you want to grow your character. There is multiple different ways that you can make a build with, say, Monster Hunter as well. You can make multiple builds. You can have certain weapon types. In this game, you can have certain stat distributions. You can have there's so many different types of mag evolutions via like certain item feeds and certain like character IDs. Your IDs determines on what weapons and stuff you'll find in the field, but that also determines what stage your mag is going to evolve into, which can have different effects on certain races and things. And this game will never be the same if you play it multiple times. And this game has real good replay value, like Monster Hunter does. And the character can you craft armor? No. No, you cannot. There is no, like, crafting. The closest you're going to get to crafting is basically you're going to find a body part weapon from an enemy, and then you talk to this guy, and he'll make that into the weapon for you. But there is no, like, oh, I beat this enemy, I got his body parts, and I'm going to make this armor out of it. No. There's none of that. Every enemy has a set of drops, and it depends on your luck if you'll get that drop. Sadly, there's no crafting. You can, I think in PSO2 and PSU and beyond, I believe there's like a craft system. This game that I know of doesn't have one. And if it does, it's online, and I played the bulk of this offline because the servers died years ago. But this game is like Final Fantasy. It ran alongside Final Fantasy, in fact, back on Genesis, and that was on Nintendo. And it was originally a turn-based game, turned into an MMO. So you're not going to see a lot of crafting. And then again, Final Fantasy 11 and 14 are much bigger games than even PSO2. The rarest stuff. Well, let's see. There is rarities. You see the stars? The higher the stars go, the rarer it is. Now, you only see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You only see 10 stars there, but there can go up to, I think, 13 stars. The last remaining, you see how there's a gold star there. Some rare items will have, I think, 3 gold, which is, I think, 13 stars, which is the rarest things that you can find in the game. Some of those have, like, a drop chance of, like, 1 in 1,000. Some of them are really ridiculous. But the rarest I had was like a 13-star rare called the Double Cannon, which is a badass double saber. Kind of like a Darth Maul-esque lightsaber-ish kind of weapon, but it's not a lightsaber. But yeah, the rarest I think I had at one point was like 13 stars. It's pretty damn rare. One in like maybe a few hundred drops, give or take. Also, the red ring that I got off a ultimate boss was probably like 13 stars. They're not easy to get. This game has a lot of farming in mind. If like with Monster Hunter, if you want to get what you want, you gotta farm it. You gotta do it multiple times. You think finding gems is bad? Try farming items that have over 1,000 drop rate. 1 out of 1,000 chance drop. I've been playing this game for years, my entire life. Mostly my entire life, and have I not found a good chunk of what I've always wanted. Yeah. There's stuff in this game that puts farming in Monster Hunter to shame, to be honest with you. But, yeah. Yeah, if you want to get to know more about it, ask. Don't be hesitant to ask. If you want to try out the game, if you have a computer, come check it out. If you have Xbox or the GameCube, you can even buy the game. Well, if you have GameCube, if you have Xbox the original but not live, don't even worry about that. If you have GameCube, you can still play the game offline. Xbox requires you to have the Xbox Gold, the original, to play it, but like even though the server's dead, it still like demands that you have it. And yeah, the drop rates for some stuff is really, really high. Yes. But yeah, if you plan on checking this game out, if you have a computer, PSO Blue Burst Affinia. If you have GameCube, I would suggest looking into it. If you can find the PSO episode 1 and 2 episode 1 and 2 cheap, it's just a good way to play with friends or offline. But if you want to just play with friends and me and other people online without the hassle of split screen, PSO Blue Burst Affinia private server is where it's at. Now here's a good fun fact. These things have a rare monster, and you can split them by freezing them, and they can split up a lot. A lot. Not only does that help increase the rare find for them, it also gives you more experience. The rare version of these guys is red. Ugh. Yeah, some of the drops in this game I've spent a good 10 years trying to get, never did. I mean, I didn't play 10 years consistently, but it was still like, I'm sure I could have gone better ways around farming for it, because I usually did this quest over and over again just looking for items because it's an easy boss rush and I like to grind. I'm sure there's better ways of getting certain things that I wanted, but I don't oftenly do quests for PSO because I find some of them dumb. I also, these streams are mainly going to focus on a lot of the just showing off the areas. So I'm going to go through a lot of the full explorations. Even though lately I haven't been, just because I've been wanting to level up her stats. Her defenses is gobshite. But once I get further and get better stuff, I will be focusing on actual level exploration. God dang flowers. Shut up. Lilies. These guys also have a rare form, which they're red as well. But I hardly ever see them, which is kind of a shame. I saw a rare monster yesterday, only to drop me some money instead. A rare monster has a 90% chance of dropping a rare. A 9 out of 10 chance. And I got unlucky yesterday with RNG and he gave me money. Wasn't too unhappy because I already have the weapon that they would have dropped me. But still, it's kind of depressing. Also, the rare monsters are stronger and give you more experience. Which is also fun. Kind of like the differences between normal rank Monster Hunter monsters and high rank monsters. A rare version would be the closest I can describe it would be a HR. I wouldn't go so far as to say tempered, but yeah, that's basically the way I can describe that. Rare monsters are basically higher rank, I guess. They're not that much of a difference. They do have greater damage and greater health and give more experience, and in the end can give you better drops. But again, there's no items that there's no synthesis or, you know, monster parts that you collect. Unless it's a body part weapon, and then you turn that into a weapon. You don't need to make anything. Ugh. I kind of do wish PSO would dabble in that a little. Just make it so like certain weapons need certain parts to be made to make it. Like I know there is a weapon that you can make. It's called the Egg Blaster. You do need to find parts of the Egg Blaster, but it's still just one thing. Yes, it is. There is a lot of comparisons between the two. And I've seen it in other Monster Hunter streamers. They've even mentioned that this game reminds them of PSO, or I mean, Monster Hunter reminds them of this, or vice versa. And it's just like, really? Really? I don't see it. And that's when I first was watching Monster Hunter World, before I actually got like big into it myself. And now I see it. I see a lot of it. Not only is it like monster hunting, it's a sci-fi game. It's you know, it's an RPG, and you know, you're hunting monsters. There's this whole planet that you're trying to find inhabitable life source, and you know, try to make a living on. And there's all these rare monsters taking it over, and you gotta just hunt them down. Now, the actual story behind PSO Online, Phantasy Star Online, basically involves the main. Your boss is sending a group of hunters, which is basically the title of your like job description, kind of like in Monster Hunter. You're basically looking for this guy's daughter, who's basically one of the best hunters in the like storyline, and she's gone around trying to catalog everything that the planet has to offer. Ended up getting turned into a host for this final boss who doesn't have a physical being, and she's dead, and you're basically trying to find her. But then you tell the dude the truth, and yada yada. But that's basically the story. Is this guy's daughter is trying to catalog a lot of the events of what's happening on this planet, and ended up getting killed. So you're here just trying to uncover the truth. Not that the story really has an impact in this game, because there isn't any, unless you do some quests. Quests will give you some lore bits, and a lot of the lore from this game that I found, I've looked up. I'm sure it's somewhere in the game, but I don't ever do enough quests to find all the lore. And this game has, like, the only cutscenes this game has is boss introductions. And sadly, you can't skip them. But that's it. There's, like, no cutscenes. PSO2, however, seeing as it's an actual updated game and it's new and it's Sega's servers alive, it's a bigger game and it has a lot of it has cutscenes in that. And it has that game actually has a full-on fleshed out story, much more than this. So when I played that game and other PS franchises, I was like, there's a story? Also, if you would like to see me play the original sometime, the original Phantasy Star RPG, I was thinking about maybe doing several streams of that, if people would like, because I'm a big fan of RPGs, and I was gonna get into Final Fantasy eventually. Even the originals, if you guys would like that too. Ow! So this next boss I'm going to be fighting soon is a annoying asshole. He's not hard, just a long fucking fight. Unlike that pathetic shit of a dragon. Basically, the first boss of this game is like what would happen if the Rathalos never flew. I mean, he can fly, the dragon, but only in phase 1. So just imagine taking that out of the Rathalos and just making him a Rathian, basically, but still having the differentiates between the two. And minus his poison. That's basically what he is. The original would be very interesting, and yes, I will eventually do the original. Because I can do the original, which is off a Sega Genesis emulator, or I can do the collection, which was put onto a Game Boy Advance cart. Called Phantasy Star Collection. But that game only has, I think, 3, and there's like, I think 4 or 5 Phantasy Star titles. Which are also on console. Like on Xbox 360 I had one of them, which I can't play it on the Xbox One, so I mean if you have any of those, you could probably look up Phantasy Star, which they're, surprisingly enough, still around. I'm not sure if Final Fantasy outbeat PSO, but PSO is still alive. Enough to have a sequel after all these years. And not just one, it had several successors. This is a successor to the original Phantasy Star, and then Phantasy Star Universe is the successor to this. And then PSO 2 is a direct sequel to this. And then there's Phantasy Star Zero, which is a DS game, but with Phantasy Star callbacks, which is very nice. Ow. Fuck off. You annoy me. Let's buff myself. Also that 98, the yellow glowing bar that's circling this red glowing, the red gemstone is called my Photon Blast. Once that hits 100, I can do a special attack with my little mag that's on my shoulder, and it's basically my ultimate attack. This is my ultimate attack. Photon Blast. Boom! It's not a very good move in this. It's better in the second one. Kill each other! Oh man, the damage is insane. Ugh. Let me kill him, please. Thank you. Just let me kill them so they don't fuse. Good. He's dead now. Thank you for killing each other off for me. You guys are very generous. None of you are rare, that's a shame. These are pretty much the easiest monsters to become rare because you could just split them. However, in the original console versions, they had a telepipe trick where you can just go back to the city and you can basically RNG your monsters by respawning them to eventually become a rare, but they don't have that. That is not a thing in the private server because you can't do that online. Because, you know, it makes sense. Because you can't do stuff like that online. You know, when you try to use old bugs and glitches from a game that's no longer, like, big but still has updates, you would have to sit there and delete the cache and basically make that game unplayable online in order to use said glitches and bugs. Well, this is one of them. Telepipe trick that you can't do online. Blue items make more money. Also, I need better armor, but I got my armor right now. I don't need any other armor. Oof. Also, AI. Very easy to take advantage of. Especially when they're that dumb. Bah. Oh god, I love this. I love this game so much. It's just so fun. It may not seem like it, but it is. If you're new to the game, it might not be something that you may not be into, but if it's definitely fun for like people who grew up on it, like myself and a bunch of other people I played with, and even for someone like Tom or Zero, who's only gotten into it due to me through the Xbox, which was probably like about a decade ago, maybe a little more than 10 years ago. So he got into it fairly recently himself, and he's loving it as much as I do, if not more. Which makes me happy, because I got him into it. Originally, he said no, and then I got him into it. And before you know it, he was spending the night every other week or so, just staying up, playing the game, to the point where our main characters on console reached 100. And oh man, I miss those days. Good old days. Monofluid. Got some money. Let's leave a pipe so I can go back to the shops. Yeah, the shops, the city is basically your hub, kinda. There's really no hub unless you want to count the actual lobbies where you would start your game before you make a game. But this is basically your hub. This is where you get to do a lot of your shopping, buying, selling, and stuff like that. So this is basically Astera, I guess. Because, like, you're on a... This actually is a lot like Astera, because this is basically a gigantic ship. This city is a gigantic ship. Look at this city. Look at the background. It's an actual city. You get to see Star Wars-esque flying ships and shit. Like, this is not just some floating shop center. No, this is an actual spaceship called Pioneer 2. So in a lot of ways, it is kind of like Monster Hunter in various many ways. You got your hospital there. You got your bank. Any event stuff that's going on, like Easter. So you're gonna get like a little event stuff here, like Easter eggs, or it'll be Christmas trees, or it'll be jack-o'-lanterns, useless NPCs, stuff like that. God, now I'm seeing a lot of similarities to Monster. It's ridiculous. I never thought of it that way. Capcom, are you stealing Sega's ideas, Capcom? No, I'm kidding. Hey, far be it for Capcom and me to combine one of my favorite franchises, PSO with a mixture of Monster Hunter. Slowly becoming one of my favorite games, more than just 2018. Monster Hunter is definitely going to be one of those games where it's just like, okay, you're definitely my favorite game of 2018, but you're also one of my favorite games in general. And I easily saw how fast Monster Hunter grew to one of my top favorites. If I were to make a top 10 video of my favorite games of all time, both PSO and Monster Hunter would be top 1 and number 2 for the top 10 video games of all time. Is Phantasy Star Online and so far Monster Hunter World. And Dark Souls. Dark Souls would be number 3. Or Bloodborne. Bloodborne would be number 3, then Dark Souls. The whole Dark Souls franchise would be number 4. And then number 5, probably Pokemon. 6, I don't even... after that I kind of get lost. Devil May Cry, maybe? And then, see, I like Dragon Ball Fusions, but it's kind of just by itself. So I'll put that as number 5. Or, you know, I'll put that right after Dark Souls. And then, yeah, Devil May Cry, then Dead Rising. Probably Final Fantasy X, because that's the only one I've beaten. Then probably Fighters. I don't know. Anything after around like number 5, I kind of just don't care. And I remember getting requests to do reviews in top 10s, and it's just like, oh man, I have to write a script for that. It's not something I'm good at. Yes. Brings down my defense. By 2 points. It's better evasion though. See, normally I opt up for defense over evasion because evasion barely pops off. Evasion is like whenever an enemy hits me, if my character blocks it, like if I take damage, I take damage. But there's times where my defenses are high enough to where my character can just block the entire attack. That's not evading. Is Kingdom Hearts coming back? Yes, Kingdom Hearts has returned. I'm on Birth by Sleep. Because we beat 358. I beaten 2. I actually 100% of Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix. Then I played 358, which is on the 3DS or DS. If you want to watch those streams, that's on there. It's a very boring game to watch. It's not very entertaining. And then me and Zero are on a game called Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, which was originally on the PSP. Yes, we've started that, and we're going to be playing that tomorrow, I think. But, yeah, normally I opt up for certain defenses over evasion, because, like, if my character sits there and tries to tank hits, he'll either get hit, tank the hit by blocking it, or the character will swipe, and my character will not take any damage at all. Like, he won't guard it, it'll just go right through me. That's evasion. Evasion just... it's... very weird. But yes, Kingdom Hearts is making a return. If you're wanting to see more of that, we're on a... Birth by Sleep is probably one of the better Kingdom Hearts games. So stay tuned for Monster Hunter, PSO, and Kingdom Hearts tomorrow. Possibly. Zero wants to do more Monster Hunter. We may have to, depending on... I do want to do all 3. I do specifically want to do Blue Burst or Birth by Sleep. If we have to sacrifice PSO, I mean it sucks, but it might be understandable. I do want to play some Monster Hunter with him. So I don't know, depending on how he feels about it, we may only do Monster Hunter and possibly Kingdom Hearts or Monster Hunter and PSO. It depends. If we do all 3, yeah, if we're going to do all 3, then it's going to be 2 hour per each stream. And Kingdom Hearts and Monster Hunter are fun to watch. That's good. Because, yeah, the Kingdom Hearts you saw me playing was one of the best ones. And then the Kingdom Hearts, if you join in Birth by Sleep, is probably my second favorite one besides Dream Drop Distance. So it's Kingdom Hearts 2, Dream Drop Distance 3, or no, Kingdom Hearts, yeah, Kingdom Hearts 2, Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, Birth by Sleep, Kingdom Hearts 1, Chain of Memories, 0.2, 358, and yeah, I haven't even played Coded. But yeah, the one you saw me playing before, Kingdom Hearts 2.5 Final Mix, Kingdom Hearts 2 is my favorite Kingdom Hearts game. It's a shame that I had to get that I'm done with it because I really love it. And Kingdom Hearts, even once I'm done with 3, will make a comeback. I will stream them again. It's just not 100%. I'm just gonna stream them again just for fun. So if you ever want to see me do the entire story from start to finish, once they're all done and I'm done for like a few years, I will make Kingdom Hearts a comeback. But yes, Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep tomorrow, because it's slow, because me and Zero are streaming the rest of the franchise together, and that's what makes that more exciting to me. There's 2 streams so far, and if you want to catch up on Birth by Sleep, Birth by Sleep has several new Disney worlds that aren't introduced in the previous games. We've done a few already. So if you want to catch up on that, to catch up to where we're at in Birth by Sleep, feel free. Believe it or not, one of the characters that you've been wanting is prominent in Birth by Sleep. Stitch is prominent in Birth by Sleep, by the way. I know you've been wanting a lot of Lilo and Stitch. Sadly, Lilo is not in the game, but Stitch is prominent. He has his own world in Birth by Sleep. Back when he was known as Experiment 626. He does have a summon in 2, but he does have a thing called, it's kind of like a summon, but it's called D-Link. It's basically where you gain the powers of the character you're linking with, and Stitch is one of them. Alright, what are we doing here? Because, yeah, there's several worlds in Birth by Sleep that are not in the originals. And there's... Yes. Oh, yeah. I'm hyped for Stitch's world. We haven't done that yet. Not yet. I don't even know if we're there yet. I don't think we're anywhere near him yet. He's a little later. I guess he's towards mid-game. The game, Birth by Sleep, has you going through 3 different characters, like, viewpoints, because you play through the game with 3 different characters, so it has 3 different like playthroughs and 3 different views of each character's way through the game, and the game itself is not very long, so there's probably like 6 or 7 worlds or so, and before the end of the game, something like that. Yeah, we're already through 2 of them, so Stitch is coming up. I don't know when, but he'll be coming up. Actually, it's one of my favorite worlds in the game, surprisingly enough. Stitch's home ship that he was created on. It's one of my favorite worlds. Alright. Let's feed my mag and prep for a boss. One of the most dumbest bosses in the game, AI-wise. This boss is a great way to show off the AI. On how, like, it's on like a rail where it doesn't move off that AI. It will stay in this pattern. It has a specific pattern moveset. It's not going to be like a boss from Monster Hunter where you're underneath him, he'll try to stomp you or bite you, or if you're behind him, he'll hit you with their tail or whatever. It's vastly different. So most of this early parts, he's going to be doing sending off traps, or he's going to be swimming around, trying to hit me, and then he's going to try to jump on the boat a couple of times, and then he's going to turn off the lights, going to try to drop rocks on me, shoot lasers at me, repeat. Hmm. Brah. Oh. The level is awesome. The boss fight himself, not so much. Oh. Oh, you want to see a fun boss fight. The final boss of both Episode 1 and 2. Amazing music, an amazing boss level design, and boss design itself. This boss alone is not really one of my favorites. The design is cool. Also, his level, the caves, I hate them. I don't know. I just never liked the caverns in this game. But, I mean, feel free. If you really like some of these bosses, that's really cool. Because I, for one, cannot stand this boss. Only because recently he's been murdering me, but just because in general, this boss is just so damn long. Like, okay, this is part 2 of his, like, phase, where he's gonna jump onto the boat. God. After this, he's gonna turn off the lights, and then he will no longer jump onto the boat after that, until the lights come back on. And then he's gonna spam lasers for a while. And then the lights will come back on. Oh god, I can survive it now. Barely. Shit. Whoo-wee. Yeah, because I made the mistake not bringing out my things sooner. Alright. This part of the fight, he's going to climb up top of the ceiling, drop some rocks on my head, or try to, and shut the lights off. Which means he'll no longer jump onto the boat! Oh, God, I'm sorry I screamed. Is he supposed to be what? Fun? This boss? No. I mean, I guess. I don't know. This boss is not fun to me, anyway. I mean, he's not a bad boss. I wouldn't say he's not fun. He's just one of the more annoying bosses. In terms of a long fight, when I mentioned that this fight is long, no. He's not supposed to be long. He can be very short. I can make quick work of him if I was my hunter. Like, if I had other people with me right now, it'd be much faster. In fact, this fight is already going much faster than it was normally the other day. I'm already beating him much faster. Here's the thing. With more people, yes, the bosses get more health and more damage, but you also gotta factor in the amount of damage all you guys do. So it's like Monster Hunter. If you have a bunch of people who are really good, no matter how much increase they get, you will destroy them. Like, I've had people where we fought these bosses. Oh, what kind of monster is he? Oh, I have no idea, to be honest. It's like some giant, like some dumb, like, sewer worm? I don't even know. I've just been calling this guy a worm. Be honest with you. Sewer worm. I have no idea what this thing is. This fight is already going much faster. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Yes. Let's get this off. And then I gotta shift or to band immediately. It is a long-ass sewer. Actually, this sewer doesn't end. Surprisingly enough. Because once I beat him, a warp will appear to take me out of here. In episode 2, there's another sewer-esque boss fight. After you beat it, the sewer does come to an end. The ride will stop. This ride doesn't. So if I sit here even after beating the boss, it'll still go. It'll go. But there are some really cool bosses. If you're looking for some interesting boss designs and interesting boss fights, this one is not really one that you're going to be thrilled for, or at least not in my opinion. I mean, if you are, that is amazing, because holy shit, I hate this fight. But there's a lot better. A lot better. I'm glad you're sticking around, though. Thank you. That means so much to me. And for that, I'm going to be playing... Next, and just for that, I'm going to double my Monster Hunter stream just for you. And not just because I do want to as well. But also because you're a big mod and a fellow fan. Damn it! Shoot! No problem, man. Yeah, no, next time I solo stream, I'll do a longer run of Monster Hunter for you. Just because I do want to, but also because you're still here. That damage, though. And that's buffed. And I'm buffed. I could debuff him, but it wouldn't make much of a difference, as a good chunk of his attacks don't oftenly hit me, unless I want them to. There's only a few of his attacks that hit me. Like this. And this, I don't even, this isn't even a physical attack. I mean, I don't know if it isn't. I don't really technically know what kind of element that would be. There's your elemental resistances right there. Fire, ice, thunder, dark, and light. I don't know what element that beam is. If it's a physical beam, that makes no sense to me. Anything that is not a freaking actual him hitting me directly with his hand or arm or tentacle, to me is not physical. Anything that's a blast, anything that is, you know, special typed, I guess, would be a magical based element or something thereof. Such as a Rathalos swiping at you or flying at you with his claws versus him using fire on you. And he's dead. Yes, he did turn the lights off. However, sometimes the server kind of breaks. I've had the lights stay off too for a while. But yeah, the ride technically doesn't end. I mean, I think it stops. Yeah, it stops here. But like you don't get off. Yeah, it stops here, but you don't get off. You get off here. So yeah, that's the end of the sewer. Funnily enough, it's basically like you're in a big, like, I don't know. It's kind of like being under a spell where you're kind of like just walking in a loop over and over again. It's kind of like that, I guess, where the sewer just doesn't end. But there, the sewer finally came to an end because I beat D-Roll and I guess ended whatever the hell he put up to make that sewer endless, I guess. I don't know. They never explain why that sewer is endless. It's just a boss arena. Here comes my favorite level. My favorite level and the hardest. The mines is not the last level, but it is the hardest because the enemies like to spam a lot. Also, the boss here is probably one of the easiest bosses. Probably also one of the cooler ones. But in fact, the boss in the mines is even easier than the boss I just beat. Even in terms of his AI is pretty shitty. Ooh. I'm just gonna let you know, a lot of my Monster Hunter-esque, like, defenses or physical attack stuff, that all comes from this game. So when I find armor, such as this, or like my barrier here, if it doesn't increase my defense mainly, or at least both of my stats that I want, I will not put it on. If it increases my defense, yes, I'll wear it. But if it increases only my evasion, I'll try to not wear it. If this, there's slots. The slots allow me to equip these, which basically increases your stats or other areas. If this has 0 slots, but it is better in terms of stat-wise, I will not wear it. It needs to have slots. Because if I don't have slots, then my attack will go down. Because these usually will be attack-based or other types of things to bring up my stats. So that's where a lot of that comes from. Deposit. Do I have anything worth depositing? No. Alright. But yeah, every time he goes and does his jumps on the boat twice and jumps off, he climbs along the wall and he turns off the lights. For whatever reason why that happens, I don't know. And also, how do the lights come back on? That's another thing. Also, robots. These things like to spam a lot. And by spam, I mean shoot lasers. And there it is. Ow. Trust me, I've had an entire room of these things just shooting freaking lasers. A lot of weird enemies. Yeah, like this guy. This guy is kind of like a ninja, where after a certain amount of attacks, he'll jump back and go to heal. His healing is pathetic, though. Because once he's in his healing state, you can just stun lock him. Oh, by the way, this can only be done with guns effectively. You can stun lock with physical weapons, like swords and shit, but it makes it a lot harder. If you're a ranger or if you have guns like me, you can basically just stun lock any enemy to hell. Even bosses. Some bosses can have a stun. Some bosses can be stun locked. Not till their death, but there's certain parts where you can stun lock them for a little bit. Only one boss in particular, and that's the boss that I'm about to fight. Not every boss, not all the bosses have a stun lock. Only this boss. Only because of how his parts is designed. His phase 1 specifically. But yeah, bosses that don't really have a knockdown can be stun locked. And that's usually every enemy but the robots. These robots. All these dumb robots have a weird knockdown. Most enemies do not. That's why you cannot stun lock these guys. But that enemy you just saw me kill, you can easily stun lock. Also, the quick menu, that's very important if you want to be good at these games. Does Surbaz have a stun? I couldn't, no, there's no way to stun lock him in a consistent loop where you can just kill him. You'll see with the next boss I'm about to fight. I mean, he has 2 phases where his first phase you're just fighting little machines, and then the next phase you're actually fighting him. But his little machines you can easily stun lock. The dragon, you can't, like, again, the bosses don't really have a stun lock. There's only one-esque part in this fight, in this boss fight coming up that does have a stun lock. The rest of it does not. And that's it. Only enemies can be stun locked. The reason why bosses can't be is because they still move during the animation because your attacks aren't like actually physically stopping them like the enemies. So no, you can't stun lock the sewer boss as much as I wish you could. But the next boss that I'm going to be fighting here, he has 2 phases. His first phase has these little pillar things that I destroy. Those can be stun locked if you time it, if you do it right. The rest of the fight does not have a stun lock. That's pretty much where it goes. Every enemy has a stun lock though, except for these guys. However, you can just knock them in a loop. You can just knock them over, wait till they get up, and just spam shooting. Iframes in this game aren't very huge either. Like, in fact, I think there's a couple iframes. One of them specifically is heal, where if you time your heals right, you can iframe everything. And that's the only iframes besides, like, you know, getting hit and getting up that you have. I don't know of any other iframes that aren't you getting hit. Like, this animation is an iframe. The end of it, though. The end of your heal is an iframe. So if you're good at timing that, you can dodge a lot of attacks. You're about to see some stun locking. Not here, but in the next room after this. The room after this one. So in this next room, we're going to be fighting a bunch of annoying flying enemies. And then the room after that, we're going to be fighting more of those damn blue dudes. Those ninjas. The ones that I killed, the gold one, we're going to be fighting more of them, but blue. You can stun lock them. You can't stun lock these guys. Don't know why. They just move too much. And certain enemies will open the locked door. If you want to just try to speed run this, kill off the specific enemies, and the door opens. Let's get on with it. Because this next room sucks. This room here, you'll see some stun lock. Kind of. You'll also see me get my ass kicked. But let's do it. Also, before we do that, I actually should just leave a tele pipe. And then freaking 4 of these guys at once is dumb. There, stun locked. Stun locked. See, if I didn't have 4 of them on me, that dude that I was shooting would have been stun locked to death. Because you actually push enemies, like you'll notice that you'll push them back. Like right there, I'm stun locking this guy. Ugh. I know, this room sucks. I have to tank it. There's no other way to officially beat this room without, like, help. Like, if I had a party and 1 or 2 of them as forces, this room is a joke. But by yourself, this room sucks. There's no good way to actually beat this room without being in the middle of it all. So unfortunately, yes, they're all jumping me. And the only way to open this door is to run into this wall, summon a gold version of these guys, or just take out all of these dudes. All 12. All 12 of them. I may die if they hit me at once. Oh! Well, they hit me at once, but they didn't kill me. Ah! Yeah, that... Your Photon Blast is good, but if you're surrounded by enemies when you come out of it, there's a possibility that they'll all hit you at once with an insta-kill. Yes. And that's what nearly just happened. I nearly got insta-killed. Ah, wall, please. Had enough of that. Alright. Let's go and summon guild member. Going through this wall allows you to summon an additional enemy where if you kill this gold guy, the door opens automatically after killing him. It's part of the speed run for this quest. Ho ho ho, goddamn! But I killed one of them. Fuck. I was not expecting to die. Got one of them, at least. Also, your mag, the thing I'm leveling right now, goes up to level 200. And you can level it any way you want. I guarantee you, though, if you're going to play this game, if you do check it out, your mag, the best is just power. Unless you're a force. If you're a ranger or a hunter, level it power. If you're a force, you may want to mix between mind and power. It depends. Some force weapons have physical attacks that you can use. I'm not a force guy, so I don't really know if leveling it pure mind is a good thing. I had a dude in my game yesterday who was a ranger and who was leveling his mag in pure accuracy, which is not good because accuracy is a very low level stat that caps at like 200-ish something, and it's not worth it because you'll be able to cap it out very early. Oh, come on. I could have stun locked him if I didn't miss. I hate that. Shit. Just out of here. The missing is real. The damage is even more real. That does look like a pain in the ass solo. Can't you play with randoms? I was looking for a game earlier. A game on very hard that I can join in. But they were either in a quest or locked. I can after this. After this boss. Unless you want to see the final boss. Like the true final boss of this game. Yes, that's another one down. Let's get rid of you. What I find more annoying is that that guy just heals. Done. This room is a pain in the ass solo, yes. Ah, you're stun locked. Oh yeah, by the way, if you successfully stun lock these robot bitches, they just keep jumping back. So, like, because what they're trying to do is they're trying to do an attack, and they're basically, if you interrupt them during an attack like that, they'll just continue to jump back. Because what the blue dudes can do, he can either jump and swipe at you, or he can make clones of himself. The gold guy will only jump back and heal. So if you keep interrupting that, they'll try to jump back again and again and again and again and create an infinite stun lock loop. Oh boy, time for the hardest minds enemies. Ugh. And also the ender of speedruns. Because if you manage to get this speedrun under a certain time limit, no deaths, kill only the monsters that open up the port of the boss doors, you will get an item called the Black Ring. Which, these motherfuckers will ruin that for you. Because to open the door, you have to take this guy out. Also, no other enemy can die. Which means you gotta knock him out and then run to this thing, which is what basically animates him. Can we just kill that guy, please? Fuck these things. Ah! Fuck you, Grons. These guys are a pain in the ass. Jesus. Fuck me. Goodbye, then. Fuck off. I hate them so much. I really do. Blow him up for me, would you? Thank you for blowing him up for me. Someone found a god battle. And you just... Oh, okay, good. I thought I was gonna die there. Ooh, evade mat. Yeah, I'm just heading to the boss. Fuck it. Nope. Don't. Ow, he slowed me down. Fuck it. Run into the boss. I gotta go buy shit now. I also gotta level up my mag. Alright. If you're gonna wait for the final boss, cool. And then after that, we'll do some party stuff, hopefully. Play for a little bit. So only one part of this boss fight has a stun lock. Not all, none of the rest of the fights, boss fights have a stun lock. And every enemy, but really those robots and those flying things, have a stun lock. So. How is your character surviving all those rockets? I have no idea. Here's the thing: when those machines' armor breaks off, they shoot out more rockets to do even more damage, which is why you saw me nearly die a few times in that. Which is funny, because I've died a slew of times to them. But yeah, no, how does my character survive half the shit? I have no idea. That's a very good question. There's even a one-hit kill magic spell that my character somehow... Dick Ship? Some party's name is Dick Ship, and they found heavenly legs. Do I even have to go into detail on how wrong that sounds? Yeah, if you're curious about the text at the top of the screen, every time a person or a party finds a rare item or a rare drop, it notifies you. So the party by the name of Dick Ship found heavenly legs. Ah. I'm sorry. I find that funny. But yeah, like, if you happen to be playing this game and I find a rare, you will see my name pop up across the screen. I've actually found a rare once, only to get back into the lobby, and all my PSO friends online were like congratulating me. I was like, yay. All those rockets. All of them. Oh, you're about to see me get more rocketed. Dick Ship, yeah, I know. The weirdest names come out of PSO. I've met some really fucked up names. In fact, PSO used to have. It doesn't seem to be that bad on this, but console, it makes sense. It had whenever you try to swear, it would censor it. So I'm sure the word Dick Ship would have been censored if this was the actual server. Which makes sense. But it's funny, just trying to type in words. Even the word porch. Like a front porch. I believe that was one of the censored words at one point. I don't know why. I just remember me and a group of friends testing out different words, and I think the word porch got censored for some reason. Volopt. Meet the only boss that has a stun lock. Or can be stun locked, not a stun lock. I don't think any boss can stun lock you. I mean, yeah, one. Actually, yeah, correction. There are maybe 1 or 2 bosses that actually can stun lock you. If you want to count it as a stun lock, there's a boss in episode 2 that spams basically 3 elements, lightning, fire, and ice, and if he's spamming 2 or 3 of them, it has a chance of killing you. Like, he can easily just keep stun locking you. And I just failed that stun lock. That thing that I just got paralyzed by, that I just shot, I can stun lock. This guy I can stun lock. Like, I can keep him from moving if I do it right. Damn it, shoot the top screen. Like, right now I'm stun locking him. If I keep doing this, because it'll eventually disappear. Where? This, right here. If I keep timing it right, this is a stun lock, but I failed it. I failed it twice. I can stun lock. Nope, not gonna make it. Stun lock him to hell. Your goal is basically to break every part of this thing's machinery. Nope. No! Okay, I failed that, but that was basically it. Yeah. Hopefully if I can time it right, I can show it off better. Boom. Damn it! Where are you? Why? You're never showing up where I want you to. Easiest boss in the game. Aside from the dragon. Ah, here we go. This thing will not hit me now. And he's going to be stun locked to death. This is the only time in this boss fight that this is a stun lock. This guy, if you time it right when you hit this thing, he will not be able to attack. That right there is a stun lock. One of the only bosses that has a stun lock. Done. Alright. Nope. Nope. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. Nope. And if I don't get my combo off in time, he can go underground. Stun locked. Love it. Thank you for appearing right where I wanted you. And I'm now buffed, so get double fucked. Oh, thank you. Up, phase 2. Now, this phase doesn't have any stun lockable parts. I can't just sit there and stun lock this boss to hell. But this is the actual fight. Each part can be broken off. So these missiles here, I can crack that off to no longer spam missiles. This right here drops pillars on me. I can crack that off. However, I do gotta actually dodge this. His blue face there, he creates a trap where if he sends out this little thing where if it hits me, he will trap me, which is most likely an insta-kill. That right there is healing him. I gotta run. Oh, God, no. Oh, God, yes. That caught me last time and killed me yesterday when I was doing this. fate, damn it! So since you played those games for so long, I'm assuming they're not as bad as before. No. Nowhere near. I think I died, though. Nope. No, they're nowhere near as bad as they were before. Fuck me. You just witnessed the only way that boss can kill me. Let's go look for a party. Fuck that. I'm not doing that again. Let's go look for a party. I will show you the final boss if you want to sit. If you want to wait. Chill. Let's go look for a party. I got wrecked because he... See that thing about that beam that he sends out that goes in a circle? Because your character doesn't have a movement speed that increases, so as you turn, it slows you down. So if you want to find a correct path that keeps running you straight, and that's how he caught me. I would have won otherwise. Noob. F seasons? I can't get on that, though. Damn. TTF? TTF? Towards the future, anyone? Now I'm just trying to find a party. And why is there a level 100 guy in here? God damn it. That Boom dead. Who's dead? Who's Boom? I think Blue is AFK. Fook. Okay. Okay. Oh, I think he meant Room is dead. GG. Ha! Whoever was AFK just got kicked off. Okay. Well, it doesn't look like anyone's doing any towards the future. Well, hopefully I can find something. Yeah, 'cause that sucks. I'm a moron. Well, there it is. I found it. Dick ship. Oh god, someone's name is Cherry Pop. They're stealing my jokes. All of my jokes. Ship. Let's try ship 2, even though it's dead usually. Thought so. Ship 1 is where everyone's at. If you want to avoid the crowd, go to ship 2 or block 2. Sure. You should get along with them. I know. I would love to get along with them, but sadly I can't join the game because they're in a thing already. Yo. Yeah, I can't join games if they're already starting a quest or if they have a password. AFK for life. Heavenly legs. 4 is 2. If I can get a TTF match going, I can try to show off a party. And then maybe level these guys a bit. But if it's understandable for 2 noobs if they're new to not. I just want a boss rush until I'm like 70. Sadly, I failed. Otherwise, I would be in the ruins right now. Okay. All right. That sounds like a plan. Perfect. Shit. Okay, well. Cool. Cool. We have a party. Good. If you want to stick around, I'll be able to show you the final boss. Pipe. Pipe. Pipe me. Pipe. Pipe. Pipe me. Pipe me. Pipe me. Telepipe. Telepipe. Deodora. Deidara. Deidara. What is this, Naruto? It's not. I don't know. I'm gonna call you deodorant. You have a level 100 with you. Let's go. Let's go, cool. They're in forest 2. Alright. So this is the forest. You saw some of it in TTF. This is forest 1. Sadly it's bare, but this is a gorgeous ass area. If you want to see gorgeous, you PSO2's forest. Ah, yellow pipe is up. Good. Good. Ooh, who do we have? Part of our team here. Unlike Monster Hunter, you don't really get a glimpse onto what types of people you're playing with. Alright, we got a Raycast, and we got a Uniwhirl, and a Force, and a Ranger. I don't know what Force that is. I'm not really great with all the naming. I'm a Raymarl, that's my class, or that's my race and class. Because it combines the name of your class, basically. Humar is a human hunter. Humarl is like a human elf female. The Raycast is a robot cast who cannot use magic whatsoever. That's a Uniwhirl, the female hunter. The person that's level 100 is a Force, I think. Yeah. Actually, wait. Yeah, no, correct. Yeah, the Force is level 100. Forgot what Force type that is, though. Forces in this, if you know how to use them, are fucking overpowered. The good thing about the Raycasts is they have traps that you can set on the ground for enemies. They also can see traps without the use of a trap vision and stuff like that. It's useless, but if you're into that, I'm not. I don't like not being able to use magic. So basically, all these items that I use to, like, heal instantly, this guy would have to sit there and buy for the rest of his character's lifespan. Like, whenever he... Yeah, I'm with people. I'm with 3 other people. The problem with Raycast, though, is he's got to sit there and focus on healing... Oh my god, that wall. He's got to sit there and focus on healing items to heal himself, plus feed his mag. So he will never be able to sit there and use magic, ever. And that's why I cannot use casts. And yeah. You get to see how they start out. Also, this game had, this server added EXP share. So, because normally back on console and before the EXP share was a thing, everybody who wanted to participate in getting experience would have to hit the monster. And if they died, you would have to revive them and then have them hit the monster again. With EXP share on, you can just go ham. And yeah, it is much more fun. Much more fun. I'm more of the solo guy, at least I used to be, but now I'm trying to get more into partying because I just want to make more friends. And I met 2 people who actually were watching my stream. Like, they didn't start off watching my stream. I played with them and then I mentioned that I streamed, and then they both checked me out. And so I got... They didn't follow me. I don't know if they will or if they are going to in the future, but they are fans and were watching, and that's how I was talking with them. One person actually was talking to me through Discord, so I got to hear one of them, and it was really nice. Also, that person has a rag rappy. This thing right there on the ground is that person's mag, which is awesome. You can get enemy mags, stuff like that. Some, not every enemy type is a mag. Only some. Oh yeah, if I made those damn blue dudes from the mines look bad, these enemies are nowhere near as powerful, but they are much more annoying. Well, you didn't really get to see it. They spam a lot of mosquitoes that just annoy the fuck out of you. Ugh, I hate them. I hate those enemies. Also, this is normal gear. We're on normal, so the gear here is gobshite for my character, and also one-shots galore. Just watch how fast we kill this dragon. Specifically, me and Daedra here. We're gonna like not one-shot, because the boss does get iframes. I can't get experience. Y'all killing too quick, dude. It's they don't have it on. Yeah, EXP share. Wait, what? Wait, what was that? Excuse me? Chat. Long window. Press home key and watch EXP go up. Home key? Okay, didn't know that was a thing. Okay, interesting. Yeah, it is a lot more fun with people. Definitely. Huh. I didn't know you could just hit home key. XP range is long, too. Huh. Yeah, this is all new to me. The whole EXP share. Damn! Really? I didn't know there was a limit to that besides maybe being in the city. Holy shit. It's a lot different from the original. Yes it is. Oops. Oh, communication with, well, for people who normally talk via this and maybe like with Dreamcast and GameCube, communication is key because that's all you had was keyboard. Back in Xbox and now you have other ways of talking. Yes, it's diff. Okay, the dragon's already hit his iframe or his immunity. Oh my god, we're doing so much damage to it. This thing doesn't even have immune iframes no longer. We almost took out its health already. Luckily for this dragon, when he's once he reaches his phase 2, he gets iframes. Sadly, you're only going to be seeing normal the final boss on normal. That's why I wanted to fight the final boss on hard or very hard. Oh, whatever. At least you'll get to see some of it, because the final boss, yeah, that's not even a boss. The final boss on normal does not have his final form, only on hard and above. You'll see it eventually if you watch tomorrow, if I don't get it tonight. Sadly, what I would have shown you is very hard, so you would have seen it. This, once we get to TTF and stuff, you will not see the true form of the final boss. But if you want to see what he looks like, I can link him real quick. Damn, that Dark Falls from the original? Shit. Just trying to find a good picture of him. Yeah, I know, I'm having coding errors. Alright, well, this'll do. About to start up if I can find it. That's fine. Let's see. Let's see if I even have the whole link. Yep. Yeah, if you click that link, it'll lead you to a Google page. It'll lead you to Google Images for a boss named Dark Falls. That is the final form of him. Sadly, you probably will not be seeing him tonight. I don't know. Not on normal. Normally you will not. On hard and above you will. But that is basically, if you look at that, that is the final form of that boss that we're going to be fighting here shortly. He has two other phases. And each phase looks vastly different. And if you care to look up a actual video on Dark Falls, like an actual video, or if you want to look up my Let's Play on YouTube, you can find me fighting him there, and you'll get to see his actual, design and his arena and his, moveset, stuff like that. Ha! Probably got it just as I said that. I'm still kind of upset with that Volop death because I was wrecking him. Like, that's not a death. That's not even no death on my end. That was just, ugh. That was just me getting caught in his attack because, if I move too much while I'm running around, that thing it slows me down. You get to watch this poor dragon die again. Yeah, and some of these fights can go as fast as some of the really early on Monster Hunter boss fights from the non-HRs. Some of them can go as fast as them. If not faster. Like, I guarantee you we'll get to freaking Falls and we'll wreck him. Also, if you want to see PSO2 Dark Falls, oh, he's even better looking. Much more awesome design. Seem a little complex, well, for me, since complex, kinda, maybe backstory-wise. Dark Falls can be more complex and more fleshed out than some other bosses because Dark Falls is a prominent character in the Phantasy Star franchise, as he's in the original. We're doing so much damage to him that his health is still slowly ticking away and then regenerating back up because he's got immunity due to hitting phase 2. He gains iframes, but he's dead. Oh my god, he didn't even move. Did he even move? Bleh. No, but he just did land on me for no damage. But yeah, Dark Falls has a lot of fleshed out complexity. Yes, it is. It is indeed. I can kill him like that solo too, but only on some of the earlier difficulties. I'm not even on my hunter. Phew. And my hunter character is not even that powerful. If I were to get on Eden and show you my character from Eden, oh boy. My max damage is like 600 to 700 with my power attack, and my weak attacks do about 500 damage. 400 to 500 damage weak attack. Like, my damage was insane. Oh yeah, they're not here. Hey, I'm gonna shoot you all for that. Just go. Just die. Sorry, those flowers piss me off. The dragon? No. The dragon is a pathetic joke. Even on Ultimate. Because the bosses on Ultimate, they get a color swap and different attacks for some of them. And they have a lot more health and do more damage. But once I'm like early in hundreds to 130 and beyond, once I'm around like 120 and beyond, he's a joke. I can kill him usually when he goes underground only once, and I kill him in maybe like 3 minutes. As for D-Roll, the boss that you saw me fight, the sewer bitch, he can take 2 to 3 minutes. Maybe less if I'm with a party. You're gonna see this boss die like really fast. But no, the dragon is a joke. He's never was that hard. I've only died to him a few times, only when I'm like first playing the game, like at their level, like levels 1 through 5. There's a chance he can kill me, and he has. Especially when I first played the game. My God. Well, that was light magic. Other than that, no, the dragon is a pushover. The only way the ultimate dragon can kill me is the fact that he's ice in the ultimate version, and he can freeze me with each step. He doesn't even have to hit you with that. He just got to be near you. And if he lands on me or steps on me again, it'll kill me. That's the only way. Other than that, he's a joke. That hair, though. Jesus, I have nothing. I can't do anything with my hair. My hair's just so long. Well, not really. Just watch this guy die. Oh my God! His entire armor is gone. He's probably not even going to land on this boat. Yeah, his entire armor set is gone, except for his face. Ah, he's dead! No, he's alive. I thought he was dead. I was wrong. He's dead now. He didn't even break his armor face off, but you broke off every body part, though. Oh my God. What was that even? I don't think I've ever seen every part of his body broke off before. Fun fact. Growing up as a kid, you'd believe a lot of things that certain people would say. A lot of rumors were going around saying if you broke off all of that boss's armor parts before killing it, there's a chance that he would drop you a rare instantly. Nope, that's not a case. Yeah, I know, right? Oh, that's what I like about Monster Hunter bosses better. This game is great, but some of the boss fights, aside from some of the final boss fights, they're kind of dumb. Why is there items here? Hey, music. Yes. This is new. The discs are added into the private server only. TTF Red Open has found D-Roll Shell. Damn it, that's ultimate. That is ultimate! I would join that if I could! Why did you find a D-Roll-A shield off a Dalrel-I? Or D-Roll-I? What the fuck? That's weird. Dalrel-I is the ultimate version of that boss we just killed. His name is D-Roll-A, or D-Roll. Or Dickhole. I just call him Dickhole because his name's D-Roll. This sounds like some type of Dragon Ball Z movie soundtrack. Yeah, that sounds like a straight up soundtrack from a Dragon Ball movie. I love it. They are indeed. I just found the ending theme to this game. We're playing it during the ruins. Because this boss is going to die way too fast. Time to watch Volop die in a matter of seconds. The Force can solo this entire first phase. I'm glad Monster Hunter bosses aren't as simple as this. Because my god. It'd be boring. Told ya. Force can solo that entire first phase. Watch this boss die. For all the pain he's caused me. I also like how this girl's character, or person's character, is just staring right at the screen. There goes that part. Up, there goes the part that trapped me. The part that he shot out that killed me is gone. Okay, I'm just gonna let you know. If you manage to break off all of Volop's parts except for that face, he cannot move. He literally just stands there after that and takes it. Because once you break everything off of him, he cannot do a damn thing. I could have won that fight too if he didn't catch me. And this is the ruins. The ruins is cool because as you progress through the ruins, because there's each area has more than one. The forest has 2, the caves have 3, the mines have 2, the ruins have 3 areas. And as you progress through the ruins slowly look more and more like a living body. I mean, look at this. Like you can literally hear a heartbeat in certain parts of this area. It was mainly a Circuit 6. If Monster Bus, yeah, I would get bored. Yes, it would. Luckily enough for me, this game has a lot of scaling with higher difficulties. Even then, certain bosses on higher difficulties with a party can last upwards to maybe 3 or 4 minutes, similar to a Monster Hunter boss fight. So even with how fast this is normal, by the way. I'm on the easiest difficulty with a level 100 Force, by the way. The Forces are basically the best character in the game. The hardest class to use, but they are the most damaging output. So like, bosses can go a few minutes. Hey, someone found an Easter egg. So bosses normally can go like less than a minute. Otherwise, bosses with a party on higher difficulties like Ultimate and Very Hard, they can last a couple minutes. I've had boss fights that, with only 3 people, I've had a boss fight the other day that lasted, yesterday, which lasted probably like a good 10 minutes. No, you cannot friendly fire. Only if you're... The only time you can hurt each other is if you're PvPing. You cannot hurt each other whatsoever. This ain't Monster Hunter in that regard. So, so if a person is like down or stun locked, or not down, but if like paralyzed, or if he's just like doing an animation or something in Monster Hunter and you want to knock him out of it, you can't do that in this. Which is nice, because if we're all trying to attack one specific spot on a boss, you cannot stun lock each other. What are you leaving a telepipe for? Oh yeah. I forgot to... I have moons, good. I forgot to use my disc. Yes, this game has PvP, surprisingly. It's terrible. I'm not a PvP guy, but this game does have a battle mode, yes, and it is bad. For an MMO action RPG. What is with this view? What is with this view? God, it's terrible. Stop it. Yeah. Hey, look. This is the final fight. And this is the ending theme song. I think 2. Oh, that's end. I used it too soon. Oh wait, it's still going. Right? No? Is it done? Did it... No, it's still going. Like bad in your opinion, or bad in general? Bad in general. Like, I hate PvP usually, but I've had fun battling people in, say, fighting games. The PvP in this is just straight up bad, because it's the same, it's the same as this, just fighting each other. Like, you go to a specific room, and then you just use whatever weapons at your disposal. And you just kill your friend. That's it. Like, in general, this game has not aged all that well. So there are, like, mechanics and stuff that is just... But yeah, no. PvP in this game is terrible. Not just in my opinion, it is just straight up bad. Because it's basically just the same thing as this. You can use any weapon at your disposal. That is a really weird view. You didn't get to enjoy that boss at all, I'm sorry. You'll see Dark Falls, I promise you. You want to see an actual fight with Dark Falls? Go look up my PSO Let's Play on YouTube. Make sure it's hard mode. I saw this boss before, I remember it. Yes, you did. That's right, you did see him. That's right. That is right. But yeah, if you want to see more of it, you can go and watch my YouTube stuff, because that's where I have a lot of solo. And yes, I think music discs in this game are actually spelt D-I-S-K-S instead of D-I-C. So I believe discs in this game are spelt with a D-I-S-K. That was fun. Look at that, they're level 12 already. Which isn't very good. Power leveling is not great in this because you got a mag. If you power level your friends, their mag will most likely not grow, and they'll be like 30 or 40 levels above your mag. You know you're good when your mag is like 20 or maybe like 50 levels above you at most. The lowest would probably be like 30 above you. But if you're like 20 or 30 or 40 levels above your mag, your damage is limited severely. Because your mag is where all your shit's coming from. I know I've mentioned that to you guys before. Okay. Why did the 100 guy leave? No prob. Yay! And that's how you befriend people. Just like with Monster Hunter. You send out a guild card. I guess it's simple that way. It's very simple. You just send out your guild to a massive group of people. However, you can only see the list of you can only see the list to send your card to in the game that you're in, or if you're in a lobby. So you cannot see the list of everyone like in Monster Hunter unless you're out in the lobby. What time is it? Alright, I'm gonna get off. Sorry, I didn't play too much of either of these games. If you want to see some more Monster Hunter tomorrow, stick around, or not stick around, but join me around 6 p.m.-ish, 5 p.m., 6 p.m.-ish tomorrow. I will be on some Monster Hunter. Birth by Sleep as well if you want to see some more Kingdom Hearts and some more PSO with Zero. And then Wednesday, so Tuesday I will be streaming a little bit later with Zero, probably around like midnight this time. And then Wednesday I'll be streaming from whenever I feel like getting up and actually streaming. So if you want to see some more Monster Hunter like I promised that I would, Wednesday I'm off. So tomorrow and Wednesday I will be streaming some Monster Hunter with Zero and by myself on Wednesday for you and other people, and I'll be streaming that for several hours, and then I'll move on to PSO for the rest of the night. So I'm going to get off here because it's already 1 a.m. I didn't get to bed last night until about 4. Otherwise, I'm going to be exhausted tomorrow. But thank you for joining, Tony, and thank you for staying, man. And it was fun watching, I bet. Thank you. It was fun talking. It was fun just having you there again. And Monster Hunter is going to make a comeback. Is making my comeback, don't worry. Not just for this event. It's making a comeback. I'm going to be periodically switching off between Monster Hunter, PSO, and other franchises. So I could see myself wanting to be known for Monster Hunter too. So definitely. For you, definitely. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for all the new friends, new love, all of you guys. See you all tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Time for some Monster Hunter, PSO, and Kingdom Hearts, whichever one we do first. Look at if you go to my main Twitch page, you'll see a schedule. I'm going to be updating that for our streams tomorrow. I'll probably do that tonight here. I gotta figure out which order we're doing it in, but I gotta get to bed, so I'll hit you all up later. Take care, Tony. Take care to everyone else who's still here, and see you around. Feel free to check out my YouTube channel for any other content that I do. Feel free to like, sub, and follow. Comment. I can't read. Speak. If you enjoy my content, feel free to follow, subscribe, whichever the bullshit is. Have a good one, everyone. I'll see you all tomorrow.